Hello, one. Hello, everyone. I'm JP.WATKINS, and this is my personal governance channel. Thank you for joining me. Today, I got some notes over here, so if you see me looking over there, that's what I'm looking at. Today, we're talking about create habits that serve you. Why is that so important? I know you've heard a book of 7 habits of highly successful people. You'll always hear people throwing words around about habits. And sometimes we hear things so much that we just hear them. We don't listen to them. I'm going to employ and I'm going to even beg that you really think about this. Have you ever seen that person in the gym that's really got a wonderful physique, whether it's a female or a male, and you think like, man, and you see them being so dedicated, so disciplined, but habit has become their slave. They're in the habit of eating the way they need to eat, in the habit of working out the way they need to work out, so that they can experience the gains that they seek. So maybe you don't want to have that beach body. Maybe you don't want to be built like the Hulk. Maybe you don't want to run an ultra marathon. None of those things are your goals. But habits is so much bigger than that. Habit can serve you spiritually. If you want to get into a deeper place there, the habit of reading your Bible, reading the Quran, having a habit of praying, fasting, different things like that, so that you can develop spiritually. I want to ask you right now, how are your habits serving you? What's your top 2 habits? Is it smoking cigarettes? Is it overeating? That's something I can definitely relate to. I just want you to take a moment right now to think about what is your key habits, those top 2. Now I want you to ask yourself, are these habits serving me? Do you got a habit of working out, running, jogging, doing calisthenics? Do you got a habit of reading about personal development, watching motivational speakers, reading the news, staying up on current events? What about your industry? What industry do you work in? Do you have a habit of following the trends, seeing what's coming up? Do you know of the potential silent tsunamis that may be coming? Automation is a big thing now. And for people like YouTubers and people, creative entrepreneurs and digital nomads, they're very, very aware of that. They got different commercial platforms and different learning platforms like Thinkific, and it's so much stuff out there that I don't want to stray too far from the topic. But automation is it's going to really just serve a lot of people. It's going to help a lot of people that's in the digital place. But once that whole robotic thing take off, a lot of people's jobs are going to be affected. Is one of your jobs in that space? That's just something for you to do your own research on. So are we in the habit of staying informed? Are we in the habit of improving? Are we in the habit of doing the things today that's going to improve our lot tomorrow? So if you have listed your top 2 habits and they're disserving you, I want you to write on the other side of the paper. I want you to write down and think about, what 2 habits do I need to develop? Do I got a habit of procrastinating? I got that book that I started that I never finished. Do I got a habit of, not holding my word, telling people I'm going to come, telling people I'm going to show up and I don't show up? What can you do to make your habits your allies? Because often habits are our enemy. Is your habit your enemy? How much money are you spending on cigarettes, weed, liquor? Are these things making you healthier? Are they making you leaner? Are they really giving you the skills that you need? Because a lot of times people get stressed, right? We get stressed. How we get stressed? Eat. Food was my drug of choice. Somebody else may use liquor or man, it's been a stressful day at work. I gotta have me a cold one. Gotta have me a cold beer. Somebody else, it may be, you know, blowing some trees, smoking some weed. Somebody else may be popping a pill. But I'm going to ask you, if you're in the habit of that, if that's your way of dealing with stress, are you dealing with stress? Think about the money that you're spending. Think about the time that you're spending. If you're in a haze, what kind of quality time are you spending with your kids, with your family? If you're always under the influence of something. Somebody like myself who has a habit of overeating, how am I thinking of my kids and my grandkids if I'm not taking care of myself? If I let my type 2 diabetes run wild and I just get heavier and heavier, lose my sight, lose limbs, how am I really showing people that I love them if I can't even show myself that I love me? If I focus on these things that I cannot control, think of how much of the mindset I'm telling myself. I'm a voluntary victim. Or I can't control the economy. I can't control global poverty. It's a hurricane. I can't control that. I'm just sitting here waiting and hoping that whatever passes over me. That's a victim mindset. That's what I call practicing the religion of defeatism. We can't afford to practice that religion. We want to empower ourselves. Put yourself in the driver's seat. Ask yourself, what can you change that you haven't changed? All you got to do is just sit down and say, you know what, today I'm going to do this differently. Today, if I'm overeating, I'm going to look into things. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to look into intermittent fasting, ketogenic diet. And I'm not going to be a follower. I'm going to be a student. I'm going to do my own research and come to my own conclusions. I'm not just going to do it just because Cody of the Snake Diet said do it. Or because JP.WATKINS of Personal Governance said do it. Or because Dr. Fong says do it. No. Or Butter Bob Briggs. I'm going to do my own research and say, hey, how can I get my weight under control? How can I reverse type 2 diabetes? Yes, not manage, reverse. Ask yourself these things. Can I reverse some of these secondary diseases that are preventable? How can I reduce my chances of certain cancers? Prostate cancer, intestinal cancer, lymphatic cancer. There's so many things that we have more power than we think. So personal governance is about empowering yourself, and empowering yourself by informing yourself and investing in yourself and believing in yourself, giving you the confidence and the courage to be your own expert. Nobody knows your strengths better than you. Nobody knows what you're good at better than you. Nobody knows your passions better than you. So spend some time with you. Don't stop avoiding. So many times we don't want to spend time with ourselves. We have to be with a spouse. We have to be with a crowd. We have to be on Facebook. We have to be on social media. Anything to distract us from reflecting on who we really are. So let's start focusing on who we can become. We have a responsibility to be and become our absolute best. And I want to see you shine. I want to see you prosper. So let's start practicing the religion of prosperity. The religion of giving yourself the benefit of the doubt, of empowering yourself. Make your habits your slaves. Get in the habit of making your habits serve you. I'm in the habit I'm going to eat better. I'm in the habit of working out. I'm in the habit of managing my finances. I'm in the habit of managing my temper. I'm investing in whatever that I need to invest in. Whatever kind of control that you lack, get in the driver's seat and gain control of yourself. If you don't have confidence, let's see. Start reading about building confidence. Take confidence course. Go to different seminars. Check out other YouTubers. There's somebody that can identify with the life that you want to lead. There's somebody in a similar circumstances. They may not be in an exact circumstance, but they're definitely in a similar circumstance. And you can learn from them if you choose to. So in the meantime, persist, believe, and achieve. Thank you for joining me on my journey. And I hope that today you start yours if you haven't already.